have to say I really enjoyed the judging day itself. There was such an honest, open sharing of opinion, some disagreements, a lot of similarity, and a very, very thorough expose of all the stuff that we saw in the cases. So I'm very confident that the judging process was incredibly thorough, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
The general standard of the papers is fantastic. I've never judged such a kind of great, integrated, robust, well-explained set of papers in my history as a judge. Yeah, I think the quality of the papers is outstanding.
I don't think I've ever been through a judging process which is as rigorous as this. It's impressive.
I thought it was exhausting and exhilarating. I feel absolutely honoured to have been exposed to so much brilliance. There were several studies that I read that made me envious as a marketeer, so I think they will indeed raise my bar and probably the bar of the teams with which I work.
One of the things that I was most impressed with was the real variety in the case studies that we saw, for some huge multi-market, big budget campaigns to some very small campaigns, single market and very limited use of the channels. So I think it gives good confidence for any brand that I'm going to be working with in the future as to what the possibilities might be.
There's an honesty and a transparency which was impressive in most of the papers. And I admire that, because I think very often you're so eager to show, it's so hard to fight for the budgets and the investment and make the case to do this activity.
I think there were two themes that kept sort of bubbling to the top for me, and one was indeed that sort of fame-generating campaigns and what they can do to drive short-term business goals. And the other one that I think came up repeatedly was really, really smart connections planning, the right content at the right time in the right context to the right consumer. And there were a few case studies that really demonstrated excellence in those areas.
The role of the IPA Effectiveness Awards is to increase the quality of the evaluation that we apply to the money that we spend on our advertising and communications. That's really important.
It's a very, very demanding and rigorous process that people have to go through in order to get a bronze, let alone a gold. And what that does is, it doesn't just raise the quality of advertising, but it raises the responsibility of organisations, companies, charities about how they spend the money that they're entrusted with.
Increasingly, we need to be really clear where we think there is new learning, proper new thinking, and isolating that new learning so that everyone can benefit from it.
I would just like to thank everybody who makes the effort to write these cases, because they're doing something so important for the industry as a whole. I'm very experienced, I've worked on many brands, but my goodness, you never stop learning, and the standard overall I thought was brilliant.